The quiet room. Have you ever noticed how strange complete silence can feel? Imagine sitting alone at home as the sun slowly sets outside. Everything is calm, yet a quiet voice inside your mind whispers, "I wish someone were here." Many people experience this feeling. It is more than simply missing company. It is the fear of being alone, a feeling that is common and deeply human. Why does being alone make so many people uncomfortable? The answer begins with who we are. Human beings are naturally social. From the moment we are born, we depend on other people. We need care, conversation, support, and connection. Relationships help us feel safe and accepted. Because of this, spending time alone can sometimes create a feeling that something important is missing. Our brains are designed for interaction. When we spend time with family, friends, or even strangers in a busy cafe, our attention stays focused on conversations and shared experiences. These moments provide comfort and distraction. But when everything becomes quiet, our attention turns inward. That is often when fear appears. Without other people around, we are left alone with our own thoughts. Sometimes those thoughts are encouraging, but sometimes they are full of worry. They remind us of mistakes, disappointments, or fears about the future. Silence can feel uncomfortable because it gives these thoughts room to grow. Imagine sitting in an empty room while your mind is crowded with questions and doubts. You begin wondering whether you have made the right decisions, whether you are good enough, or what will happen tomorrow. For many people, being alone feels less frightening because of the empty room than because of the busy mind. Another reason for this fear is that other people often help define who we are. Around family, we become a son or daughter. At work, we become an employee. With friends, we become someone who laughs and shares experiences. These roles give structure to our lives. When we are completely alone, those roles disappear for a while. We face a simple but difficult question. Who am I when nobody else is here? That question can feel uncomfortable, especially if we have never spent much time alone. Habits also play an important role. Many people are used to spending weekends with family, meeting friends after work, or talking with someone every evening. These routines create comfort because they are familiar. Being alone interrupts those patterns, and any change can feel difficult at first. However, there is an important truth that many people forget. Being alone is not the same as being lonely. Loneliness is the painful feeling of wanting connection but not having it. Being alone simply means spending time by yourself. It is possible to be alone and feel peaceful, creative, or completely content. When we begin seeing solitude as an opportunity instead of a punishment, our perspective changes. Time alone gives us something that busy social lives often do not: space to think. It allows us to understand our own thoughts, goals, and feelings. We finally have time to read a book, learn a skill, take a quiet walk, or simply enjoy a moment without worrying about anyone else's expectations. Learning to enjoy solitude does not happen overnight. Like every skill, it develops through practice. Start with something small. Spend one quiet hour without your phone or television. Sit outside, listen to the sounds around you, or simply notice your breathing. There is no need to force yourself to feel happy. Just allow yourself to experience the silence. Little by little, your brain begins to learn something new. It discovers that silence is not dangerous. Being alone does not mean being abandoned. You are still safe, even when nobody else is in the room. Over time, that quiet space becomes less intimidating. Instead of filling it with worry, you begin filling it with curiosity, creativity, and self-understanding. The fear of being alone comes from our natural desire to connect with others. That desire is healthy and important, but learning to enjoy your own company is just as valuable. Eventually, you realize that the quiet room is not truly empty. It is filled with your thoughts, your dreams, and the person you are becoming. When you discover that you can feel comfortable with yourself, being alone no longer feels like something to fear. It becomes a place where you can rest, grow, and find peace.